Peace, everyone. This is Kaishin with the Mailman Muscle channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, I am a 47-year-old mailman. For the past 18 years or so, I have been a competitive powerlifter since 2008. And as of right now, I'm a little less than 10 weeks out from my very first bodybuilding show. It'll be a natural, drug-tested OCB show right here in my hometown of Baltimore, Maryland. So the Mailman Muscle name isn't just a clever name. That's pretty much what we do. I'm just getting back from the Arnold Classic, the Arnold Sports Festival out in Columbus, Ohio. My wife and I have been there 12 times. I've been there twice as a powerlifting competitor, and the other 10 times we've just been there as fans, checking out all things strength sports, as far as bodybuilding, powerlifting, strongman, etc. So this year was pretty awesome. Met a bunch of cool people, got a bunch of free stuff. And on the very last day, we were there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We ran into the top of the sport as far as competitive IFBB pro bodybuilding. We were lucky enough to run into Derek Lunsford, the reigning and defending Mr. Olympia. We also were fortunate to see and get to goof around with Miss Andrea, the four-time Miss Olympia, and also Angie Yao, the two-time runner-up, who's been chomping at the bit, chasing her for that title. Was able to see Harold King Kong Kelly, I think he's a 5 or 6 time wheelchair Olympia champion. And then just before the expo ended, look who we ran into, none other than the most popular bodybuilder on the planet, C-Bum himself, Mr. Chris Bumstead, the standard for the classic physique division over the last 5 years. So it was fun times, and with all that inspiration, you know what we had to do right after the last day of the expo. We went straight to the gym. And besides, I have a show coming up. This is my first time on a bodybuilding stage. I do not want to leave any stone unturned as far as putting my best foot forward. The show is going to be 2 days after my 48th birthday. So I want to give myself an even bigger reason to celebrate, aside from just riding this rock called planet Earth for another year. So let's go into the gym. I'll show you what I did after we left the Arnold and before we came home. As you can see, this session starts out with leg curls, but this is not a lower body session. This is a full body training session. For this whole prep, which has been 10 weeks long so far, with 10 weeks left to go, I'm halfway through, I've been doing an upper-lower split 3 days per week. And occasionally I sneak into the gym because there's a Planet Fitness on my route, and I'll do a small, what I call bonus workout here and there, maybe abs, calves, maybe biceps or rear delts, something like that, just to get a little extra work in since I have it available to me. But I changed things around this week in terms of my training schedule because I knew we weren't going to be going to the gym every day after the expo. So I trained on Monday and Tuesday, my normal upper-lower days. I did abs and calves on Wednesday. And then here I am back in the gym again on Sunday after 3 days off. So what I thought I would do is do a full body session on this day. I knew I had a travel day Monday, and then would get back to my upper-lower split on Wednesday. And that's where we're going to be picking up with that upper-lower split with the occasional bonus workout for the rest of this prep, unless something crazy happens. In terms of how I've been training and how this session went, it's another deviation from what I normally do. I've been doing a lot more high intensity type of training. I won't say it's HIT because I'm not married to one set to quote unquote failure. I don't even like using that term, failure. But regardless, I have been doing different kinds of things throughout this training, but I tend to drive progress through intensity and load rather than volume. And that's because I just don't have the time for high volume. So volume's not going to be something that I can do a whole lot of on a consistent basis. But intensity, I can manipulate that on a regular basis. I hope, by the way, you don't mind me speeding up most of this set. I will kick you into normal speed on these calf presses at the end of the set so you can get a feel for, how those last few went. Oh man, there's my wife in the background. I didn't even realize she was in this video. But anyway, yeah, I don't think calf presses are that fun to look at. But I'm doing some things in this workout that are different in terms of straight sets. You'll see at the end I actually do like 3 sets of something, 3 work sets for some exercises, and I haven't done 3 work sets for something that I don't know how long. But there is a method to the madness. Hopefully you'll see it. So what is the method to this workout? I started with leg curls for 2 reasons. One, the leg press was in use when I came out of the locker room, and the leg curl machine was not. And the leg curl was right by the locker room. But there's also a lot of people out there who advise doing leg curls before doing something like a squat or a leg press, both to warm those muscles, warm the knees, and I found that it actually does help. My knees on these leg presses, as they got heavier, I noticed that they felt great. They felt better than they normally do. So even though the leg press is one of those machines at Planet Fitness that you kind of have to grab it when you can get it, I may try to prioritize doing leg curls first because my knees really did feel a lot better. But Planet Fitness is set up such that at all of them, they only have one of these plate-loaded leg presses, but they have at least 2 and sometimes 3 leg curls. So that's you just got to take your chances, I suppose, on what equipment's going to be available when you need it. But here's my first work set of the leg press, and this is coming after 3 warm-up sets. I only recorded 2 of them, and so that's what I shared on this video. And also coming after those calf presses, the single set I did of those. Oh, by the way, as far as those calf presses go, the reason I did them before I did the leg press is because these knee sleeves, those SBD knee sleeves, are wonderful for squats and leg presses, but I find that they are too constrictive for leg curls. So I don't wear them, and I often don't even wear the rebands, which they're nice. The rebands are nice and thick also, but a lot of times I won't even wear them for leg curls or leg extensions. So I went with nothing for the leg curls, and the SBDs are also so tight that I don't feel my calves working so well when I'm wearing them. So I didn't have the sleeves on yet. I went ahead and did the calf presses before I put the sleeves on for the squats. I'm sorry, for the leg press. There's no squatting happening here. This brand of knee sleeve is also so snug that after you do whatever leg exercise in them, I found that your quads can be so pumped that walking around in them can be uncomfortable. So I'm actually, after I catch my breath here and get an answer for why I'm doing this to myself, I'm actually going to take them off before I go do my upper body stuff, which I'm starting right now. I did some warm-ups for these pull-ups and dips that you're going to see. I alternated sets also, just as an FYI. So 1 set of pull-ups followed by 1 set of dips, and just kept that going until I was finished. This is a station that has an assisted knee pad on it. I didn't record any of the warm-up sets, but I did 2 warm-up sets for each. One with 100 pounds of assistance, and then one set with 50 pounds of assistance before I put the knee pad down and just went body weight for the work sets. In terms of exercise selection for this workout, my idea on the dips and pull-ups following the leg press basically was this. One, these exercises are not going to wear me out too much in terms of, just overall fatigue. I was traveling, I'm dieting, and I had a long ride home the next day. So the leg press was going to be like the real heavy hitter, but even with that, I didn't want to squat or deadlift, put any load on my back. I didn't want to push it too hard in terms of something that would be difficult to recover from. But I think I got a lot of quality work in, and that's why I did multiple sets, by the way, of the pull-ups and dips. But because they're body weight exercises, there's no weight to load. And so that means I still didn't take a lot of time doing it. My workouts, whether I'm on the road, at home, after work, off day, time is one of the most important factors in me deciding what I'm going to do in the gym. So up to this point, I've done 5 exercises, and I've done them at 3 different stations. The pull-ups and dips were done in the same place. The leg press and the calf press were done on the same piece of equipment. Then the leg curl is a 3rd. And you'll see after this, I do an ab exercise, so that's a 4th. Again, trying to save time, trying to be more efficient in the gym while still getting plenty of good work done. And speaking of the ab exercise, that's where I'm headed next. And this is going to be the last exercise of this particular workout session. And you notice I call this an ad drop set. I've talked about this in other videos. It's something that I picked up from John Meadows, the late great Mountain Dog 1. All respect to him. He showed this as a warm-up where, a quick warm-up wherein you do like 5 reps at a certain weight, and this is typically on a machine, and then you just keep running up the stack, and you do 5 reps and keep going until you basically get tired and need to rest for a moment before you do your actual work set. Well, what I found through experimenting is that if you're crunched for time, or if it's something like abs, this works well for calves. Some other body parts you can do this with. I found that you can just make a work set out of it if you just run up the stack, and then once you hit that heavy point, then you do a drop set. I'm sorry, not a drop set. You do a drop to conclude the set. So, the term drop set is something that's been used where, you start at a certain weight, you do as many reps as you can, then you drop the load, you keep going, you may drop the load again, you keep going. Well, in this case, you add load. You don't take it to what we would call failure. You don't take it to that point, but you add load, do reps, add load, do reps. And then when you can't do anymore, that's when you drop. So that's what I call an ad drop set. And that's how we finish this workout. So hopefully you picked up something in here that you could use in the gym yourself. But for me, this was all I had today.
All right, that's it for me, abs, and today. Done.
All right, everyone, that's going to do it for this video. If you've made it this far, I want to thank you. Thank you so much for sticking around to the end and watching it all. I hope it either informed, inspired, entertained, or some combination of the 3 for you. If it did, please make sure you do all of the YouTube things. That's click the like button, click the subscribe button, click the notification bell, share the video, and please leave a comment. Even if you dislike the video, actually click the thumbs down. Any kind of engagement will help. overcome the YouTube algorithm and show activity on the channel. Anything that you do, I appreciate it all. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you then. Peace.